Hello and welcome to Football Addiction. I'm Abdul. Martin's back again. How are you, Martin?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Um, yeah, no. So what's been happening, mate? What do you called this for an emergency? And you like Martin, mate, start filming. And I was like, all right, okay, let's go.
All right. So essentially, that North London derby, it just, like I said in the last video, I've been beaming for the last 3, 4 days, and I just wanted to talk about the project that the Arteta project that he's had, and I've kind of said that I'd give him time, and they've given him time, and I'm happy that they've given him time, and we've said also that he needs to win every game after that Man City game, and he's done that. And
Yeah,
he's also brought in his players. Like he had Tommy Yasu at right back, and I'll get into it tactically. Tommy Yasu, Ramsdale, Ben White, these three players with Odegaard they've set it alight. Then by the
yeah,
end of the game, he had Nuno Tavares and Lakonga, so all six of his signings were on the field by the end of the game. And like Takahiro Tomiyasu, for example, that guy at right back has changed the way, not even changed. That is what we've needed. And I've been crying out for a right back for a while. This right back lets Saka go forward and not worry about having to track back. He lets the players in front of him, like Partey, able to wander forward and not have to worry about coming back. Even when he does go forward, the awareness of a Partey or an Odegaard to come back and track back, even with Saka, like it's just worked so well. Ben White had his best game in an Arsenal shirt against. He kept Harry. I'm pretty sure Harry Kane's still in his pocket.
oh, mate. All right, all right.
No, but
So
yeah,
in terms of the Arsenal squad with your new signings, I think that's mainly why Arsenal picked up their points after the transfer window ended. And everyone's back.
yeah.
So you've got injuries back, new signings in. Um, and like I'm not an Arsenal fan, but Aaron Ramsdale is making Leno look small, and it shocks me because Leno was that goalkeeper a few years ago. Before he moved from Leverkusen, everyone wanted him. Liverpool was so big on him. We were looking,
But
we were digging deep for him.
Martin, he's a good player. He's a good keeper. He's not a good distributor. He is your proper old school German keeper, where
Yeah,
his job is to keep. He's a good shot stopper,
yeah,
but distribution. Like you notice Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale gets the ball, catches it. He's strong in the air. If he needs to slow the game down, he'll slow the game down. But his
yeah,
distribution generally is so quick that puts us on the front foot 24/7. That when
yeah.
when there's space down the field, he'll put us on the front foot and go. And what I love about Aaron Ramsdale is he's one of us. Like
Mhm.
I've told you, me and you have a bet with FPL where the winner gets a jersey from the other one. And I told you today, I'm like to you, I want a keeper jersey and I want number 32 Aaron Ramsdale on there. Like he's a fan favorite already. And you watch his interview, he gets excited and he gets like really like he G's up everyone. Tomiyasu makes a good tackle. He goes to Tomiyasu and gets him going. He needs to set up his defense. He communicates really well. He makes a good save. He gets up and celebrates. Leno doesn't do that. Leno is very conservative. He's very sits back. Like you watch that Brentford game in round one, like he didn't dominate the box the way he's meant to.
Yeah.
Like even Ramsdale after the game came out and said that, okay, if I'd put my weight forward on that shot, I could have saved that goal and not conceded. Like he was disappointed that he conceded a goal, whereas Leno generally would have been happy with the 3-1 win. So
So
it's the
just
mindset.
attitude, really. Yeah, attitude, mindset.
And I must say, Leno had an interview the other day, and they mentioned him moving to Milan. It's instead of going and making comments here and there. Oh yeah, I'll see how I go in the winter. I wasn't given a reason why I was dropped. He's sitting there trying to talk in the media. Fight for your spot. Turn around and fight for your spot. That's how I think. Like if you want a good attitude, you turn around, you keep your mouth shut, you don't go to the media, and you turn
Could
around and
it
work harder and fight for your team. Fight for your spot.
could it be that he's just over the fans because he was there for the whole bulk of the all the shit that he copped or everyone copped?
It's I want to say like I want he doesn't get abused like the way other and abuse
Like,
is not right. Let me get that straight. Abusing players is wrong, like at all.
yeah,
Like whatever, if they have a good game or a bad game, if you want to, this is the thing. If you want to talk negative about a player, be there and talk positive when they're playing well.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you want to
Yeah.
talk down Xhaka, be there and have that same energy, but in a positive way when he's having a good game. That
Because
type
like, because honestly, like being outside the Arsenal circle,
Mm.
like I don't understand. I personally don't understand how Xhaka is still at the club.
Yeah.
Like
I
and
would have,
and
I would have
no,
left Gunner, honestly.
100% for all that abuse there. Nah, bro, like that just hits differently. It's next level.
Yeah. I also want to say that, like, we've seen glimpses of the way Mikel's wanted to play. And
Yeah.
what I'm liking now is he's got the 4-3-3 and he's got the 4-2-3-1, both working really well.
So you
So
saw
when
it for the first 45 minutes,
we
and
saw,
it got your breathing space in that derby.
oh, it's, mate, I'm not celebrating goals like that for a while. And
Yeah.
it's hard for us Arsenal fans because we've been through so much. We've, like, in the sense of this last, since Wenger left, it's been such a roller coaster with Emery. Emery had a decent first season and then just flopped out right after that. Like, and he bottled top four in his first season and then he couldn't back it up the next season. And then Mikel comes in, we win the FA Cup, and then have a horrendous season the season after. It's just such a roller coaster with us Arsenal fans. Belting your worst enemies, the best medication to any soccer depression, to be honest. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's even tactically, like we could talk about it tactically. Emil Smith Rowe playing that left midfielder role works. Like, yeah, Pepe is good. Like, wait, Saka's better on the right than Pepe, and Saka's also better on the left than Pepe.
Yeah.
So Pepe's going to struggle to get back in. I'm not going to lie. And the way Aubameyang had played that game, mate, Alba's back.
75 mil.
I've realized that paying more than 60 mil for an attacker is
Is not
almost
worth it.
is not worth it anymore.
So you're seeing why Liverpool sort of did their thing with every transfer they've made?
Not to that extent, but if you're going to pay 70 mil for someone,
You want like Harry Kane. Of course, a
if
Harry
I'm
Kane
going to
standard
spend,
comes
yeah,
up 100 plus.
like we paid 72 million for Pepe, who that had one good season in the French league. I love Pepe, and I think he's a top player. He just does not fit our system.
Yeah.
If you send him to Man U or that type of player over there, he'll thrive.
Well,
And
to be honest, they might need it after Sancho start, but
Sancho would fit our system more than Pepe does
yeah,
because he can come in, he can create. The way Saka works on that right is good because he's two-footed.
yeah,
Pepe doesn't have a right foot. He's
that's
scored
right.
on
He
his,
doesn't.
he doesn't.
He's always cutting on his left.
Yeah. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna spend my time here talking about Pepe.
Yeah,
Aubameyang was back to his best. He was running players down. He was being a menace in the air. He was pressing everyone as he was going, and then he scored that goal as well. That's what we wanted to see. And I said last week, I forgot whether I told you or I told someone else, having Aubameyang and Pepe unbalances the side. He
so
took
having
one
both,
out.
yeah,
He played Smith Rowe. You've got two sides of creativity and attack. Smith
yeah,
Rowe, that second goal that we scored, emphasized it. Ramsdale had a risky play, but Xhaka showed his experience, got the ball off Højbjerg, turned around, passed it to Smith Rowe, laid it off to Tini, who took it to Aubameyang, and that flick was just beautiful.
yeah,
I didn't even know Smith Rowe had that pace. Bolted down the left wing, cut it in beautifully, and then Aubameyang scored. It's breathtaking football. And
yeah,
honestly, those who have been wishing, some fans genuinely do wish the worst on their club
yeah.
just to see a certain person out. You can't have that. And I think if you had backed Mikel, and I've always said I like Mikel, I don't want to see him get sacked, and it's paying off now.
Oh,
We
that's
need
good. It's good to see that because I'm also a fan of Mikel and what he's doing. I was very annoyed. Like you even knew this. I was very annoyed. Like for you guys, or I was annoyed for the way people were thinking of Mikel. Like after playing Chelsea and then City with
Yeah.
a depleted side. Like I even said that to you. I think I brought that point up in one of our episodes that we filmed. But no, it's good. It's good to see. He's got 3-1 over Spurs, and he's just picked up another 2 wins previously, so 9 points. And you guys got Brighton this week, so
Should be interesting.
Brighton are in form, so look, it can go either way.
I want to mention Gabriel and Ben White could possibly be one of the centre back pairings for the future. And
Yeah.
Gabriel, I have forgotten how good that guy is, man. He was colossal. He's
So
up
what are
for
the
getting
so what are
green
the
card
ages
plus.
on your two centre backs? Because you got Rob Holding
They're
there.
both 23.
So 23, 23, and then you got Rob Holding, who's what, 19, 20, 19?
He's around that age as well.
Yeah.
But I don't. Rob Holding's not third choice. I think Pablo Mari's ahead of you.
And how old's Pablo Mari?
27.
Okay, so a bit more experience there.
We've got the youngest team in the league.
Yeah,
Statistically,
100%. Well, when all your signings in the summer are all under 23, so
Aaron Ramsdale.
yeah,
Like that's what this club needs. But you know, you look back to the Invincibles, they were more than just players for the club. They
that
were
was a
fans.
squad. Yeah,
They were fans, and Aaron Ramsdale emphasizes that. He reminds you of that, the way that Arsenal and Man United, the old school, where you'd play for the badge.
like that Lehman vibe, like the way he was in the Invincible season.
Yeah, it's kind of like you watch Ramsdale. We score a goal, that guy's celebrating on the other end, and he's sliding down, celebrating with the fans as if he was the one that went and scored the goal.
Yeah,
Like I love that, man, and it's making me fall
it's
in
the
love with
intensity.
the club again. Honestly, it is, and I wish I lived in the UK so I could go to the Arsenal games, home games, go to a North London derby, but we're stuck watching it on the screen at 2 o'clock in the morning instead of enjoying it on a Sunday afternoon over there. But yeah, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, 100%.
But
So I think that means football addiction goes UK. But look, we'll see what happens there. So in terms of signings, you covered the defense. But I think the mixed opinion is more so in the midfield, to be honest.
yeah, it's I'd say one mixed opinion and 2 words. His name is Granit Xhaka. I think he divides Arsenal fans like no other. I personally like Xhaka because Xhaka allows Tierney to go forward as much as he can.
So does he fit your style?
Oh yeah, yeah. He may be a bit slower than his. I wouldn't even call him slow. His thing is he's not flashy. Xhaka
Yeah.
is pure like strength, power, aggression, and yeah, sometimes it can be a bit too ill-disciplined. But you got to have one of those in your team. And when he
Yeah.
doesn't play, we notice he's not playing because you lose that solidarity a little bit. But his partnership with Partey has been amazing. He covers the left back role when Tierney's up playing left wing, that type of area. And now that we've got Tomiyasu, Jack is able to push into the midfield when Tierney's up there because
Yeah.
Tomiyasu can cover at centre back. And then you've got Gabriel, who's a left footer, so he can play that left-sided centre back. And then Ben White plays flat down the middle. Mikel has bought a team that fits his system. And yeah, football fans, general football fans that don't listen to tactics and don't understand football won't understand how the system's meant to work. When you're playing Hector Bellerin doesn't have the work rate to get back in time, doesn't have the defensive skills or the ability to get back and actually defend. Tomiyasu's been able to get back, pocket every player he's played against, and he hasn't been dribbled past.
Well,
He hasn't been dribbled past.
funny you talk so quickly on the right back. No one wanted Tomiyasu, and Sky Sports made it known. Like they're like, oh, who's this guy, or whatever they were saying on the deadline day transfers. They're like, oh, majority of the clubs they looked at him, 100%, and a lot of people like his first game, or not even like the day or so before the first game that he played. Everyone's thinking, oh, what a waste of a signing, But you know what? Players fit a certain system, and I like what Mikel's doing. He's building, from what I'm saying, he's building his team, and you know he's doing it the way he wants. And for him, he says that Tomiyasu can benefit his system. Obviously, we're only 3. You know what? It's sort of your season sort of started 3 games ago, to be honest.
But you can tell a player when you see one.
Oh yeah, he's definitely one to improve, and he's only going to get better for you guys. And he's going to be, and he's going to be that squad. He's going to be that squad player that will, like he probably won't get mentioned a lot as an individual, but under the radar, if he gets injured, he could be one that everyone will be like, shit.
He's reliable.
He's reliable there.
And you know what? Leaders are starting to evolve, like emerge in this team. I'm starting to see Ramsdale yell, tell players, get here, get there. If they're not getting back, he turns around and says, okay, you need to cover this player. You need, like, Gabriel's been doing that. Gabriel's been bossing the system. He's been telling players to go somewhere, go this way, go here, like to do certain things that other centre backs like Rob Holding or Murray haven't been able to be vocal. Leno hasn't been vocal.
Yeah,
Ben White is a good leader, but he doesn't seem like the most vocal person. But that will come with time, because
okay,
we've heard
yeah,
in the England squad that he was actually a good leader, even though he didn't get to play.
yeah,
Here in Tierney, I don't need to explain about that guy. That guy is a Scottish warrior.
yeah, 100%, definitely. He's a Robert Junior, that one.
Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, they're leaders in this team already. Aubameyang's our captain.
Yeah,
Odegaard's the captain of Norway.
yeah,
So this team, I'm excited. And you know what? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if we play the way we played against Tottenham, say
yeah,
every 2 out of 4 games, we'll get somewhere. We will. If Man United keep slipping, if Chelsea keeps slipping, if Liverpool slip up, Arsenal will be there. Arsenal don't have to play in Europe. Arsenal can play their best team every weekend.
yeah.
So
Or
yeah,
so in saying that, we're really 3 wins in the last 6 games, or the 3 consecutive wins.
Hmm.
So in conclusion, where do you think the rest of your season lies in terms of position?
they need to aim for top 4. Or I don't say get top 4, but you need to aim for top 4.
Yeah.
Because the way some teams are playing, I think we're still early on in the season. It's
We are,
doable.
and some teams are doing well, like Aston Villa, and they're surprisingly Aston Villa.
Yeah. And I'm gonna point something out. Liverpool got found out last week. And Chelsea got
Against
found
Brentford.
out last week.
And Brentford, like, I don't see them getting relegated, and I see them pushing well above those positions there.
I'm not even going to talk about Villa and Brentford. All I'm going to say is that these teams that are getting founded out by teams like Brentford, teams like Watford, bigger teams will pounce on that. Bigger teams will realize, okay, next time Arsenal play Liverpool, Brentford went and pressed Van Dijk, and they went and pressed Matip, and they went and stuck a man on Trent Alexander-Arnold. We're going to do that. So when you're playing teams like Brentford, and for example, Liverpool have a performance the way they did, when Arsenal come to play the bigger teams like Liverpool and Chelsea, and they watch the way Man City play Chelsea, they can emulate the way that they've played like that and go ahead and pressure them in the points that they want to be pressured, especially now that he's got an 11 that functions really well.
Yeah.
So
So
it's a season that they need to capitalize on. Sorry, I know you were going to talk.
yeah, all good.
It's a season that Mikel really needs to capitalize, because if we don't finish top 5, let's say, I have to say top 5, is going to have a lot of pressure come next season.
So anything below fifth is a shit season, a failure of a season.
I think come the end of the season, yes, because we're going to have a lot less games to play. I've fit a squad, hopefully, and players on form. Thomas Partey, and I've always said since the preseason, looked like he's going to have a killer season.
Yeah.
And he bossed it. Højbjerg is a menace. He put him in his pocket and ran with him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I genuinely think that if we can keep our squad happy, we can keep the squad together and injury-free, especially, look, stranger things have happened in football. No one expected Leicester to win the league.
And no one expected Brentford to pick up 9 points the way they have. Yeah. It's very, very, very interesting there. Like, and I think I was glad that we did this on the go in this video in particular, because it was sort of a focus, because you were giving off some different energy, man, after that North London derby, like compared to game week 3 after Man City, bro. Like, it's like a new person. It's like I'm talking to a new person. So I feel like every Arsenal fan is definitely going to be.
If we win the league,
oh, all right.
But it's not just going to be a week. I'm just going to be beaming for the next 3-4 months.
Oh, all right. No, you know what? Here we go. We're talking serious, and then you go and say that. Wow.
No,
But
I'm
you
not
know
saying
what?
I'm not saying we're gonna win the league this year.
I
I'm
know,
saying
I know.
we will win the league. Yeah, but yeah, I know what
Uh,
you mean.
I think the moment you mentioned winning the league, that I think it's time for us to wrap up.
I just want
um,
I want to before we wrap up, I just want to say that I'm happy people are starting to see what the delusion we've been drinking in that performance. That's what I'm trying to say. They're starting to see Smith Rowe as wow. Okay, he could be on the level of Foden and Saka. I'm not going to say he is, but he could break into that England team for the World Cup if he keeps
yeah,
playing the way he's playing. Bukayo Saka, people thought he's going to pretty much crumble after that penalty miss. He hasn't. He's stepped up and he's become that like a leader in the Arsenal team at the age of 20. Players like
yeah,
Partey, people are like, oh, he flopped. Look at him. He was just injured last season. We know there's if on his day he can be one of the best players in the league.
yeah,
Midfielders in the league. And then you've got our defense. We finally have a good defense, and we've conceded one goal
yeah.
in 3 games with that defense. So
Okay.
yeah, and just to say, Aaron Ramsdale's low key my new favorite Arsenal player. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah. You're saying for our bet, if you do end up getting it over me, then you want a green kit. Um, but yeah, no, in terms of Arsenal's project, or well, Mikel's project, from getting sacked to picking up 9 points on the go, getting a League Cup win as well. So should be some good things for you. And considering for the rest of the season that everyone else will be playing in Europe, and you guys won't, I think that's going to be a big thing. I think that's a big thing with teams like you, is if you don't qualify for those European tournaments.
the 1 year Chelsea didn't play in Europe, they won and won the league. I'm not going to
Yeah,
say we're going to win
there
the
you
league,
go. No,
but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the year Liverpool finished second in 2014, they weren't in Europe the year before, were they? Or that year?
Oh, maybe Europa, man, because we had a period where we were playing Europa League for a few seasons. Actually, no, we were in Europa League because Klopp made it to the final and we lost to Villarreal 3-1.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
we'll get there. And again, I'm a happy man. It was a good beating Spurs 3-1. But look, I just wanted to come on here and just like let it all out, to be honest. Like it's kind of the haters you can still hate, but if you want to hate, you got to praise when the energy is the same way. But uh,
yeah, you're buzzing. You're buzzing. So yeah, no, that's it for us. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.